Hello and welcome to all you Cancerians. For those of you who have a sun in Cancer, an ascendant in Cancer, or a moon, this is a horoscope for 2018. I was very, very curious to know what's going to happen in 2018. And so I decided to do these videos a bit early, I know, but I'm sure you're curious as much as I am. And actually for the Cancerians, it's quite nice to do this yearly horoscope. Of course, this is the general horoscope. That's why I'm not doing monthlies or weeklies or whatever, because too many people are printing what we're saying as astrologers too much in the head and living towards it, and that's not my intention. My intention is to give a general reading, certainly for those who want to learn a bit about astrology, but also, you know, in quite an entertaining way. And if you're really interested in what's going to happen for you, you'll just have to contact an astrologer, and I'm sure that they'll give you a tailor-made reading, and surely I would. So, but let's get started. Why is it such a positive energy for you Cancerians? And I think you deserve it. With Pluto there for such a long time in your opposite sign, it's still there. So some of you are still going through huge transformations when it comes to relationships, but there is other energy that is smoothing that out, and it's a lot of water energy. I'll start with that. So Jupiter will be for the whole year in your 5th house in fellow water sign Scorpio, and then it's going to trine also your 9th house Neptune there in Pisces. You see, all the water signs are going to get that big connection. Mostly you will feel that in May and August, but also you will feel strength because Pluto is involved in January, April, September. Actually, it's the whole year. The whole year that you're going to feel support of Neptune and Pluto. And that's a magical energy. And why do I say magical? Because, of course, a water sign is very creative. A water sign needs to feel, especially you Cancerians, needs to feel. And and what we sometimes miss in day-to-day life is that we have, you know, we're doing all these things that we need to do, the responsibilities, the earthly things, but where's the magic? And that is something that you Cancerians are going to get fully. You're going to get some magic in 2018, and I think you deserve it. That's one thing, and I think just grab it. That's another thing. And where is that magic going to happen? You know, that feeling kind of energy that makes you feel good, that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel inspired. And again, I've said it probably many times, Cancerians is one of the most creative signs because of that. Because they can tap into the emotional world and make something out of it, not only protecting it, what is often said about Cancerians, you know, that they are very protective and so on, but they also can create and invent a lot. So this is happening actually in your relationship houses, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th. When you're single, you could meet someone from abroad, or meet someone from a different culture, to say the least. When you're in a relationship, it can really flourish, and it can be really a magical time. Certainly with Jupiter in your 5th house, for those of you who want a baby, for those of you who want to really create, because the 5th house is the house of creation, not only babies, but creating projects, creating art, music, whatever. It's a wonderful time. So for those of you, so on a love level, it's a good time. On a love level, it's almost all the big planets are in social areas of your life. So get out there, go out with friends. You will certainly meet new people that are going to be aligned with you. You know, sometimes you need to have luck, and it seems for you Cancerians that you're going to have some more luck when it comes to relationships in general. Friends, people that you meet, business partners, clients, they are going to be a bit more, you know, it's not all going to be that transformative and deep and intense with Pluto there in your 7th house. It's getting help of the other water signs. So on relationships, it looks pretty good. And it looks better than it was. Now, again, this is a collective horoscope that I'm doing for all the Cancerians. What else? There is also a beautiful trine between Uranus and between Saturn. Now Uranus shifts into Taurus, which is good for you because earth sign and water signs goes well. So that's an improvement for you from Uranus that was for a long time in Aries, because that was tension for the Cancerians. And Saturn is shifting into Capricorn. Again, your 7th house. So it is also an energy of earth, but it's an opposition. Again, the trine. So normally Saturn in your 7th house, it's a bit, you know, restrictions, limitations. You have responsibilities towards the one that you love. But it's beautifully trining also, especially around May time. Was it May? No, August, September time, sorry. Especially around that time, there is a beautiful trine between Uranus and Saturn, which is the old and the new combined. So it's like also your aspirations, which is the 11th house, Uranus there, your aspirations, your goals for the future, they go well with your partner, they go well with the one that you love. And that's quite stimulating and quite stabilizing as well. So relationships are going to have a bit of a more stabilizing energy for the Cancerians and structured energy. Of course, if you're someone who wants to change all of the time, this is not good news. But if you're someone who really wants to have a stable relationship, who really wants to take the responsibility, it's not that bad at all. Then when it comes to work, so I want to talk a bit more about, you know, the important things in life, so to speak. When it comes to health, by the way, I don't see anything, you know, afflicting there. Again, in general. But when it comes to work, I see more creativeness. I see more inspiration. I see more ideas. I see more happiness actually with yourself, which automatically has a consequence that you want to have the right job. So yeah, I think for the Cancerians in general, it's not going to be a bad year at all. Big planets, they are all actually in the same elements. So or in elements that go well with you. So it's a huge change for those of you who had planets at the very end of Cancer. You just had Uranus there squaring up to it. So it's going to be, for those people, certainly a bit more smoother there. And a bit more less restless. Having said that, I wish you all the best, dear Cancerians. Thank you for watching. Again, if you want a reading, get in touch. And I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.